Reggie, we have made a decision. We're not going to let Reggie call plays anymore. It's been him the last 2 weeks calling the plays, so we feel bad for Reggie, but he's moving on from it. Wasn't a very good performance by him. Practice today. I thought the guys looked really good. I thought the running backs, especially, obviously Trey, but Buck Allen and Justin Davis really ran well today, and I would love to get those guys some action in the next couple games.
Does that mean you think they're going to play, or you just want to get them in there?
Yeah, I hope to get them in. They practiced really well, and both did well when they got in the first game. So it'd be good to get them some more action.
It seemed like there was a little bit of a stir on social media this morning regarding the meeting that either happened or didn't happen. Are you aware of what happened this morning?
I haven't been on social media this morning. For good reasons. I'm assuming you're referring to Marquise. I don't know why Marquise said that. Like I told you guys Sunday, there was no players meeting. I asked him why he said that. He said he just kind of was in front of you guys, got a little flustered in his mind. A couple guys sitting around at the house talking with the players only meeting. So he made a statement about it that obviously there was no players only meeting, and if there was, there really isn't a story anyway. Who cares? But there wasn't.
How's Kessler looking?
Good. I think getting the extra reps is obviously good for him, helping his timing with the skilled players out there and with the first group. So I expect him to do really well.
I know you said you're not a fan of those meetings, but do you discourage them to the team?
No, I don't know if I said I'm not a fan of them. I just don't think they do anything. Everybody seems whenever they lose a couple games, have player-only meetings. Well, every team that has player-only meetings will all of a sudden win the next week. So that's why I said I don't think they don't do very much. I believe when I was asked.
With UC only having 2 games under their belt with a new coach, how difficult does that make that preparation? I mean, are you able to go back and take a lot of things from last year's film over? Or you really just stick on what you see this year? I mean, how different is what they're doing?
Well, it's totally different. Obviously we study film from where they were at before, and it does get a little confusing sometimes because you're watching 2 different schools, and so you're watching BC for their last 2 games and their personnel. And you're watching UConn stuff before that on one side of the ball. So, that what we can tell is that they're very physical. They play with great effort. The running back is a load. The receiver makes a bunch of big plays, and the quarterback's very accurate.
What can you take from that film last year, then, given how much things have changed?
As far as Boston College's film last year?
Yeah, or just in general. I mean, if there's a coaching change, what types of things can you carry over and know that it's effective information?
Yeah, I don't think you can take anything from their film last year, from Boston College film. Now you can take from where coaches have been before, schematically, like UConn's defense. So, but as far as what they were doing the year before, it means nothing after coaching change.
I might be screwing up the years here, but did you guys recruit Reddick, or were you aware of him when you were at Tennessee?
We were. If I recall, it's the same year as Tyler Bray, and we were recruiting Chase. I think he was down to us and them, and he went there, and Tyler came to us.
Does he seeing him on film now? Does he look like a kid that's developed a lot since you saw him then, or pretty much the same?
He does. Very accurate, prototype pro passer in the pocket, and was making really good decisions with the ball. Played great last week.
How frustrating is it to go through a stretch where you lose 6 out of 8 games, even if it's stretched over a long time?
Well, very frustrating, especially after winning a lot of games right before that. So no one's happy. No one's more miserable than myself. So it's our job to get it fixed.
You're very complimentary to George Ugo. What changes have you seen with him?
I think he's really matured as a leader. Practice habits. He's a dominating practice player, and that's how he plays. So he's just, and he's a great kid too. Really fun to be around, and especially good.
On the recruiting side of things, when you have kind of the situation in the stadium that was there on Saturday night, is there a way that you kind of address that with the future of the program?
Yeah, win games. It's real easy. Fans boo when you lose, fans cheer when you win. So we got to put a better performance, a better product out there.
And when those recruits, they come into your locker room after that game, what kind of message can you deliver to them?
Well, I don't think, recruits usually in general are a lot better than fans are, because of losses. It's not their team that they're on, and fans are extremely passionate over a year. Thank you, Marquise. School, so recruits' reactions, just like with wins, all of a sudden when you win games, they don't automatically come, and when you lose games, they don't automatically not come. So recruits are a lot easier to deal with.
We got a lot of players here for you guys.
Have been good to the first 2 games. Is there a stat on that side of the ball that sticks out to you?
Sure. Rushing, when we made the change on defense, we made a change to become very aggressive, very multiple, very attacking, play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. And we also made a change to practice, regardless of our numbers, the way we want to practice and not worry about our numbers. And we did that in spring. We saw the 20 guys out for the spring game. We did that in the fall. We saw how many guys we got hurt. And as hard as that was to do, we see it paying off. We see it paying off in the trenches. Like I said before, the sky's not falling. We had the worst passing performance you can ever have in the history of football. We ran the ball well. We played lights out defense, run and pass. So just that one thing is just okay. We're obviously in a totally different position. It's not even a close game.
3 of the top 7 passers in the country by yardage are freshmen. So one's a walk-on freshman. Can you envision something like that here in terms of first-year quarterback? No.
I don't know those numbers. I don't even know how to answer that. Systems are different. Some people may be throwing the ball 60 times a game. That'll help your yardage. And you may be turning the ball over a lot too. So bottom line is to win the game. We've done that once. We didn't do it the other time. So we can do it Saturday.
It's good.